Lesson 18. Today we will explore the profound story of Abraham's test of faith, an inspiring narrative found in the book of Genesis. Through this story, we'll learn some new English vocabulary and phrases while reflecting on the lessons of faith and trust. The barren years. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, had borne him no children. Genesis 16:1. In the ancient lands of Canaan, Abraham and Sarah faced a heartbreaking reality. Years passed, and they remained childless. The weight of disappointment and societal judgment pressed heavily upon them. Desperate for a child, Sarah made a painful decision. She offered her servant Hagar to Abraham, hoping to build a family through her. So Sarai said to Abram, "The Lord has kept me from having children. Go, sleep with my slave. Perhaps I can build a family through her." Genesis 16:2. The impossible promise. I will bless her and will surely give you a son by her. I will bless her so that she will be the mother of nations. Kings of peoples will come from her. Genesis 17:16. When Abraham was 100 and Sarah 90, everything changed. Three mysterious visitors arrived at their tent. Their announcement seemed absurd. Sarah would have a son within a year. Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return to you at the appointed time next year, and Sarah will have a son. Genesis 18:14. Sarah laughed in disbelief, hidden behind the tent flap. But this was no ordinary promise. Isaac's miraculous birth. The Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age. Genesis 21:1-2. Against all biological possibilities, Sarah gave birth to Isaac. His name meant laughter, a testament to the impossible becoming possible, the ultimate test of faith. Sometime later, God tested Abraham. He said to him, "Abraham." "Here I am," he replied. Then God said, "Take your son, your only son whom you love, Isaac, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering." Genesis 22:1-2. The command was unthinkable. Sacrifice your son Isaac. Abraham's heart must have shattered. This was the son of promise, the child he had waited a century to receive. Yet his faith remained unbroken. For 3 days they journeyed to Mount Moriah. Isaac carried the wood for the sacrifice, unaware of his father's inner turmoil. Abraham answered, "God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son." Genesis 22:8. At the mountain's peak, Abraham prepared the altar. His hand trembled as he raised the knife. In that moment of absolute surrender, everything hung in balance. Suddenly an angel intervened. "Do not lay a hand on the boy," he said. "Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son." Genesis 22:12. The divine covenant. "I swear by myself, declares the Lord, that because you have done this and have not withheld your son, your only son, I will surely bless you and make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as the sand on the seashore." Genesis 22:16-17. God was moved by Abraham's obedience. He renewed his promise, declaring Abraham's descendants would be as numerous as the stars, a blessing that would change human history forever. This is more than a story. It's a testament to faith that defies logic, love that transcends human understanding, and a divine plan larger than individual moments. Abraham's journey teaches us that true faith isn't about understanding everything, but about trusting beyond what we can see. English vocabulary exploration. Here are 5 powerful words from our story. 1. Surrender, verb. Meaning, to give up control completely. Example, Abraham surrendered his will to God's plan. 2. Miraculous, adjective. Meaning, extraordinary and seemingly supernatural. Example, Isaac's birth was a miraculous event. 3. Obedience, noun. Meaning following instructions or rules. Example, Abraham's obedience was tested through his faith. 4. Transcend, verb. Meaning to go beyond the limits of something. Example, Abraham's faith transcended human understanding. 5. Vindicate, verb. Meaning to prove that someone is right. Example, Sarah was vindicated when Isaac was born. Practice using these words in your own sentences to improve your English vocabulary.